Hello everyone. In this lecture series, we are going to see the exception handling. So, initial slide, we are going to see the introduction to exception handling. Exception are errors during the program execution that disturbs flow. Handling them prevent crashes. Java uses try, catch, finally blocks to manage exception gracefully. Okay, so in this slide, we are understand what is mean by try, what is mean by catch. So what is mean by a try block? It contains the code that might throw an exceptions. The catch block catches and handles a specific exception types. For an example, in the try block, we are going to give the code. In case of if any errors comes, then automatically the statements inside the catch block is executed. If the try block doesn't have any errors, the statement inside the try block is executed. Yeah, in this slide, we are going to see some of the common exception types. For an example, these are all the inbuilt exception type. Exception can be classified into two types. One is built-in exception. Another one is user-defined exception. So this is the built-in exception. So first one is an arithmetic exception, which means that it occurs when dividing by a zero. If any value is divided by zero, it automatically generates an error. The second type of error is null pointer exception when referencing a null object. The third one is array index out of bounds exception, accessing an array with invalid index. So for an example, if array has 5 elements, it stores the 5 elements. Suppose if we try to access the sixth one, it automatically generates an errors because sixth one doesn't have any values. We have created an array with contain 4 values, 4 or 5 values. If try to access more than that, then it automatically generates an error. So that is called as an array index out of bound exception. Then finally IO exception, input output operation failure. Yeah, this is the purpose of the finally block. That's a very simple. The try, catch, then finally. Whatever the statement is mentioned inside the final block, it is executed at the end of the program. So that is called as a finally block. Yeah. So in this slide, we are going to see some points. Catch, precise exception types, not generic one. These are the important pointers we need to remember before go to see an example. Then second one, record exception for effective debugging. It is only for the debugging purpose, not for any other purpose. Then the third important point is read through when it is needed. Pause exception of word if handling it is not possible. If it is not possible, we can use the exception concept. When it is needed, you can use. Otherwise, you don't need. You don't use exception in your program. Yeah. So this is very simple one. Try block, then finally block. Very simple one. Very simple definition. Try block reads the files that may throw exception. Catch block file not found, then IO exception. In case if any occurs, the catch block handle these two type of exception. The finally block closes file stream to free resources. So if you understand this particular concept, we'll see the next example. Yeah, this is a very simple example. Once you understand this particular program, we can easily follow up other programs, even a complex program. So see that there are two blocks are available. One is try, another one is a catch block. Inside the try block, we are going to give a one statement that is result equal to 10 divided by divisor, which means that if suppose the divisor value is 2, then the result, the 10 divided by 2, which means that the value 5 is stored in the result. In case if the value of the divisor is 0, then the control will automatically come to a catch block. Then statement inside the catch block is executed, because if any value is divided by 0 is okay, we all know that. So the system.out.println so cannot divided by 0. So this error can throw. We can get this particular error. So this is a very simple understanding of the exception handling. Once you start understand this one, then we can go with the further and complex program. In case of you have any doubt, comment on the comment section. Thank you.